Hey, what's going on, everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an post-credit scene to Storybook Vale, and it's incredible. We got to talk about it in this video. It's like this is the first video I had to make because I am super hyped, and I just finished Storybook Vale completely. Part 2 is out today. It's done. It's finished. There is going to be spoilers in this video, mainly just for the after credits, but we may touch on some other topics as well, so just warning right there. And yeah, before we dive into that, if you guys wouldn't mind, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're actually on our way to 70,000 subscribers, and if we can get to 70,000 subscribers by the end of August, August 2025, I am going to have a massive surprise at 70k. As you know, at 60k we ended up giving away a Nintendo Switch 2, so be sure to subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so up first, let's just go ahead and watch the credits. I'm not going to talk over this part. I'm going to go ahead and play the credits. So spoiler coming up in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, pretty crazy stuff, right? And I say this is crazy because we actually usually get a after credits scene, whether it's, from the base game, we ended up getting one. And then when a Rift in Time, which was the first DLC, after we finished that, I have the cutscene right here that's playing. It ended up showing us a sneak peek at the next expansion. So this one was kind of weird because it was showing us a picture of like Maximus, or we think it's Maximus. It could be a different horse. It's showing a picture of Flynn and his wanted poster, and then it's showing like a shadowy figure with like a horse. But then as you see on a Rift in Time, this after credits scene right here, it actually went ahead and showed the lore keeper. It showed us Hades and Maleficent on the tapestry. So we knew that that was the major clue to the next expansion. Now this one being a shadowy figure of a horse is definitely throwing me off. Now, as we're actually watching this, you can see that there's just like the Lucky Duck Tavern in the back, which we already have in the game as part of, the premium shop. And everywhere else looks kind of the same. I think it's somewhere we already have in Dreamlight Valley. And then it moves over to this wanted poster of Flynn. So it's like, why Flynn again? If we just had a DLC, a Storybook Vale expansion of Flynn, why would they be showing a teaser for new upcoming content? Is it not going to be the expansion? Maybe this teaser isn't even showing off at the next expansion. Maybe it's showing off just a little mini update or a mini DLC or maybe a mini side story. And then how come it's not showing an actual character that, talk and that can actually have friendship quests? It's showing which could be Maximus, or, maybe this horse is not Maximus. Maybe it's Samson. Maybe Prince Philip is actually going to be arriving again. So I would love any of your guys' thoughts and speculation down below, because this one has me puzzled. Maybe they could also be doing a little side story with like a bunch of characters. Maybe they're going to add mounts to the game. We have the whole gliding feature. We can glide. Maybe they're going to add mounts. There's other companions and characters that maybe necessarily don't fit into the companion category, but they also can't really put them as a character. Like maybe a update or a DLC could include Maximus. Maybe it could include Pluto. Maybe it could be, like Lady and the Tramp characters. So I'm really excited about this. Again, that's definitely got me puzzled. I'm sure we're going to have another showcase here in November or December, maybe October even, and that they're going to reveal some more information. But this at least gives me hope that they do have some more stuff planned for us. And, Gameloft's always coming up with something new. So it's such a different direction than I thought that they were going to go with. And it makes you wonder if they're actually going to stop doing full-size expansions and maybe start leaning into a different direction with content drops. Maybe next year they're going to plan something different instead of just doing like, free update, free update, free update, and then eventually a massive like expansion. So yeah, definitely leave your thoughts and theories down in the comment section below. I just had to drop this on you guys so you can we can discuss it. At least have some place for us to discuss it. We talked about it a little bit in stream, but we never had a good chance for me to actually read the comments back. So I'd love to read what you guys have to say about it. Now, another theory that I had was, you know how most of the DLCs, like they're like a one and done. You know, you finish them. Say you do a Rift in Time, you have characters left over. Jafar, you have Rapunzel, you know, you have Gaston. These are like iconic Disney characters that we want to know more about. And then whenever you get these cool characters like in a DLC, it's kind of just stuck that way. You do their quests and then they're done. They don't really like interact in the same ways. Like for example, whenever you have like the free to play quest, or like if you just do the free content that's within the game, most of your quests that go into villains are tied to Mother Gothel, Ursula, right? So then now that we have other characters that we really enjoy, or even, you know, Maleficent, it would be nice to have other villains that, like, it would be cool to have Maleficent as one of the, we'll call it a free to play character. That way those quests can actually run through other characters and other villains like Maleficent and Jafar. So what if they're actually building upon this game into two different directions? You have a path of free to play content with free to play characters, and then you have the expansion content with expansion characters that they're going to keep building upon. So maybe where we just saw a picture of Flynn and maybe Maximus, maybe the next upcoming content is going to be stuff that kind of merges the DLC characters and expands upon their stories. So it's just going to keep building upon what we already have. So instead of getting like, we have a Rift in Time and then we have Storybook Vale and then maybe a completely new DLC with completely different characters, maybe the next upcoming one is just going to be built upon both of these, Storybook Vale and Rift in Time, and add more to it. So I don't know, there's just so many different directions that they could go. You know, Dreamlight Valley is such a massive game, and we could be way off, you know, it could be nothing like that, but that is one theory that I have, is that we're not quite done with these characters, because maybe Gameloft doesn't want us to just do Storybook Vale and then that's it. You're done with Maleficent, you're done with Merida, and you're done with Flynn, and then that's it. You know, any other interaction you have, obviously beyond them actually being in your valley, is sometimes during these star paths they'll say, you know, go talk to Merida or whatever. But if you don't own the DLC, then it's like, go talk to Minnie Mouse instead. So that is one direction I could see them going to, and it's actually something I've speculated about a few weeks ago during a live stream. Was, I wonder if they're just going to start building upon the DLC maps that we have. And it would also be another way that they don't end up with just more and more islands. You know, we already have to manage and care for Dreamlight Valley, a Rift in Time or Eternity Isle, and Storybook Vale. So then if they added another completely different DLC, that would be a fourth island. That would be pretty overwhelming, which I would still like to have a fourth island. I like a new area. So we'll have to wait and see, but they definitely seem to be going a different direction this time around. But that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to get this out here, made a little short video here so you guys can let me know your thoughts. That's my theory so far. I mean, I haven't really thought about it too much. We just finished the update. I think it's going to be really cool whatever they come up with. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.